Welcome back to the Copa Virginia. My name is Charles DiGisco, and I'm joined in the booth alongside Josh Weinstock and Maine Miller. Today, we have a quarterfinal no-gi matchup between Sam Kilmer and Brian Nielson.
So we're going to get started. Brian, as far as I'm aware, if I'm sure it's not his twin brother, and it's actually him, is an excellent wrestler, is very heavy on the head, and loves going for the guillotine. It is very tight. I've been caught with it, and it is not a fun place to be.
Now, for those that don't know, Sam Kilmer also is an undefeated MMA fighter and a top prospect in the area in the sport of MMA. So he's known for his jiu-jitsu and back takes as well. And in Maine, he's got some very legitimate skills at the young age of 18 years old.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how he's going to approach this match. Again, we know a lot about Brian's skill set going in here. I'm curious to see if Sam's going to sort of play it safe or really start to push a pace early in this match.
So right now we're just playing a lot of positioning, trying to get to their preferred positions. There we go with a lovely little arm drag to the single.
Sam's doing a good job of framing out and looking to get his body up to not be taken down. There's no points yet until the takedown's secured and we get back to our feet.
Sam does a great job of angling his knee on that single leg to really get out of harm's way and prevent them from running the pipe.
Both guys are opting for that same side tie, and I'm curious to see, we saw Brian just use it for a slip by, but Sam elects to pull guard here.
Now we're looking for inversions, trying to get underneath of Brian. Brian staying comfortable, looking for the legs at the same time, but has to be careful of that crab ride to back take. So now we were in a dangerous leg position, but again, Brian now takes the top and elects to look to pass again.
I'm curious to see if we're going to see a similar style of wrestling pass or just a hard knee cut thrown by Brian here to get around the guard. Sam's doing a really good job of keeping the same side leg framed on the same side hip to stop the knee cut. I'm curious to see what he does off of that.
Now once again, just crowding the half guard, underhooking, keeping the left leg down and out of the situation. Sam, being really smart about it, circling through, keeping Brian away.
We're seeing Sam really look for that inversion. He's really flat on his back. It's obvious he's looking to either enter into the leg position or enter into the back.
And as we can hear, the coach is saying, watch his knee line, keeping his knee clear, keeping his leg out of danger of most submissions, staying folded in half roughly, looking for the crab ride. And there we go, coming up and trying to get behind. But there's that guillotine. And we're out, we're wrestling still.
Brian's doing a really good job here of shooting that switch there.
Beautiful little scramble trying to go for the back, and we're back to our feet, locked up.
No points.
No points, and Brian did a great job of avoiding the back take there. He made some really good adjustments, especially when they were on the ground and Sam was inverted. He didn't let that leg get isolated.
Yeah, and in on the feet there on that scramble, that easily could have resulted in a back take, but Brian just stayed really active on the circle and never let Sam get good footing to jump the back. In Sam's previous matches, we've seen him use that technique before, so Brian does a really good job identifying it. Back onto the feet, again, more pressure wrestling. I assume Brian's going to be looking for the same thing, look for that arm drag to low single.
He uses that. He also uses just a quick drop and change to single and tries to hunt on your head. So let's see if he starts to implement that game plan or just elects to tie up and fight and pass from the top when Sam pulls.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes in, no score. This is still definitely anyone's match.
Now, Josh, let me ask you, as this goes into deeper waters, do you think that it's going to be an advantage for Brian as opposed to Sam because he's a little bigger?
It all really depends on where we're looking at, and there we go.
Really good switch through.
Goes through, sits, and he looks for that almost octopus, but he switches with the electric chair right to the back. What a beautiful transition.
No points yet. Still got to establish the hooks. I'm not sure.
Let's see if the ref starts them in the position or we go up on our feet again. Sam gets the ad. Oh, 2 ads for both people, and it looks like we're starting back on our feet. Brian can push a pace, going back to your previous question, and there's only a few minutes left, so it's really who's going to keep up the pace.
And I'm really curious what the size differential is here for both guys.
Brian, if I'm not mistaken, is roughly around 200 pounds, give or take 10. And Sam looks to be maybe 150.
Well, so for perspective, Sam just won a title at 145 pounds last weekend.
There we go. He's putting in the work.
Yeah, I'm sure now he's rehydrated and full, though, so maybe we'll be back up to 170.
Possibly. 170, my word, that's a big cut.
Looks good, though. Potentially with that cut so close to this event, potentially we could see the cardio be affected a little bit there. But right now, it looks like Sam's able to push a good pace.
He's keeping it consistent, where he's not burning himself out. He's finding his openings and making the moves from there. So again, with these, not elongated matches, we're not looking at IBJJF 10-minute matches continuously. He'll be able to go through and fight 2-3 more matches and still be ready to go for more later.
I'm a big fan of that 7-minute time slot. It just seems it pushes a really good pace of action, but it gives the high-level competitors still enough time to work so you can see good jiu-jitsu and grappling. Brian done a really good job of getting around those legs there. Sam's just going to invert, potentially look for a triangle or an armbar off of it.
Staying real tight. Excellent guard retention by Sam. Just keeping everything in. Even as Brian starts to get around.
As the heavier guys go, that inversion game presents a real problem. If you have a bigger guy, they can invert all the way over. They can prevent the passing in. He's prevented the entirety of all of the passing attempts here, and there's no points on the board.
Both guys have done a good job implementing their game plan, but then also stopping their opponents. So it's really quite a tug of war here we have going.
Yeah, it's a real tactical battle between both grapplers. We're seeing Brian start to implement a little bit differently. He's looking to go to both sides now, and they go back to their feet.
We've got a little bit over a minute left, and we're tied up on ads. So it'll be interesting to see once we hit the 1-minute mark what the game plan is to go from there.
Do you think they'll change up the game plan or really just look to implement what they're doing?
Sam's in on a single.
Change of the game plan, as we can see. Beautiful level change to get the single. Brian's fighting it beautifully, trying to get that leg out of the center.
Doing a good job whizzing down and folding over the top, looking for that guillotine that we know him for.
Does Sam finish? Let's see what the ref says if he gives him the points. I believe he should.
Takedown out of bounds.
That's okay, though. We'll see what's happened. Are we starting on the feet? Advantage. Wait. Yep, there we go. The correct advantage going to Sam for the attempted takedown. Ooh, also a close call. Are we giving it? Brian looks to the ref, and the ref does not give it. Now up by 1 ad. So the pressure is now on Brian to start going. I don't know if he's aware. There we go with the heel hook.
Sitting back for that leg lock attempt.
Now he knows. Ooh. Tight, but he can escape. Is he going to roll through a running man, or is he going to finish? This looks kind of nasty.
A little under 15 seconds left to go here. Face down, no hand flip, but the knee line is free.
Clear, and he's back up. We tied it up on ads.
Even going to the last 10 seconds.
Time. What a great match.
Real action-packed match from both guys.
Unbelievable here as we... Judge's decision?
Referee's decision.
As we move to a referee's decision.
Goes to Brian.
Brian Nielson.
Really nice match from both guys. A
will
lot of
advance
action,
to
good pace.
semifinals.